All right, so the first card, what does it mean to you? Okay, it's the Seven of Pentacles, which is the Coma card. So what this card is about is sacrifice, really. So you sacrifice a lot for money, and it still seems as though you haven't got as much money back or as much abundance or prosperity out of it as much as you sacrifice. So it seems like you're spinning your wheels, and that could be happening right now to a certain extent just because a lot of planets are in retrograde and you don't really feel as though you're able to accomplish or put your mind to something. Maybe you feel a little scatterbrained, but you're definitely the type of person who sacrifices a lot to get the money that you have. And let's just find out a little bit more about that. So, what is that? Okay, financial constraints. This is the card that I just pulled for that. So, it seems like with this particular energy, like there's a lot of stuff that you feel like you could manifest if you just had better resources. I think that that is exactly what this means. And you might be the type of person who is pretty thrifty and is able to make things happen on a budget, which is maybe where this sacrificing is coming from. And I actually feel like that's a good energy. I don't really think that you should be too worried about having, all the bells and whistles to get what you need done. I think what I'm feeling is just if you reach out to people more, which maybe you haven't been doing lately, but use your resources, borrow things if you have to, because you may be able to get what you need just by asking others. That's the energy I feel right now. And then you might not be feeling like you're sacrificing so much because you'll be able to get to your goals quicker. But you might have to sacrifice your pride a little bit by asking people to help. All right, so let's see, Taurus, what else we have next. What we have next is what is your relationship to the energy of money? So money does have its own energy. We don't think of inanimate objects as having their own energy, but they do. Everything has energy. Everything on this table has energy. All these rocks have energy, or gems or whatever. I don't want to call them just rocks because they're my babies, but they all have energy, and I can feel the energy coming off of it right now. So what is your relationship to the energy of money? Is it good? Is it bad? Is there something going on? Let's find out. Okay, so Six of Pentacles. You're really working on these pentacles, all right? And this is the Ariga card, okay? So what is it? And then we also have the Chariot in the background, okay? So this really tells me that you're always moving towards money, and you're always rushing towards money. And the reason why you're doing that is because it might give you the security that you feel like you have. So I feel like there's this urgency to make it. I just need it. I just need it. That's kind of what I'm feeling right here. Let's get some clarification and see what's going on. Door to the Spirit. Okay, so door to the Spirit. This is a beautiful card to have. So the energy that this urgency to have money, it needs to be basically, I guess you could say, needs to be replaced with a spiritual feeling. Your urgency should be towards having a spiritual connection instead of having a relationship to money. So you need to have a better relationship with your spirituality. And I think that one of the ways to do that is to really get in and clean your chakras and unblock them and activate them and get them balanced, because that is more important than money. And so this urgency to have money is going to be sequestered, I guess, if you want to say, and it's going to sort of flatten out that urgency so you don't always feel like you have to rush to get it. So do check out those chakra videos that I did, because that's going to help you really get in touch with knowing that you don't need a lot of stuff to be important or valuable, and that you need to look around and be present with what you already have and grateful for what you already have. Maybe you are already like that, but just a little bit more, okay? So now that's your relationship with money. It's urgency, all right? The next one is, what does money offer you? When you get money, what does it actually do for you? What does it offer you? So let's check it out. Okay, it says the Star, and you see her. She's there. This is the Aquarius card, and it's she's pouring gems onto the world. So she's a philanthropist, if you will. So what does money offer you? It offers you the chance to give back, and that is really what money would. How money serves you best is for you to be able to, once you make it, find some way to give back. That's a very humanitarian way to look at things. But we often receive much more back in terms of relationships and love and caring when we give to others. That's why I do this channel, because I want to give to others. I want to give them some, I want to give you something wonderful, okay? All right, so let's get some clarification on that though. And it says victory. So basically, just what I said, when you do these wonderful humanitarian things and you share your money somehow, or even if you don't have like a lot of money to share, you can still find ways to give back. It doesn't always have to be monetary, but in this particular spread, when we're talking about money, maybe even if it's just giving someone else money to help you, that's another way too. Like, for instance, we always do our own house cleaning or our own shopping or something like that. Like, maybe if you just help another person out to get what they need, you're going to have more victory towards yourself. Okay, so now this next card is how can you make the most of money? How can you make the most of money? So let's see. Okay, so now we have the Ace of Cups and we have the Ursa Minor. So how can you make the most of money? This is an emotional card. It is about who you love. So this, or who you're trying to protect. So, to make the most of money, it would mean that you would make it and you would be using it towards someone you cared about, someone that you really have a relationship to, who you feel responsible for. Okay, so that's really how you make the most of money, is just by spending it on people that are a person that you feel responsible for and in love with. And that makes sense for this clarification card, which is the sacral chakra, and this is the Archangel Ariel. So this is a nurturing card. It's a romance card. It's a love card. It's unconditional love. So the best way you can spend your money is by giving it in some sort of unconditional love way. And that means passing it on to someone who you feel a lot of love for. So that's how you make the most of your money. So you might have thought, oh, the way I make the most of my money is to invest it, or to buy more things, or to buy something that you've always wanted. But really, money can serve you better if you're using it to help someone that you care about, according to the cards. Okay, so then, do you have a surplus of money, or do you have a shortfall of money? Meaning, like, what is your savings right now? Is it enough, or do you need more? The cards are going to tell us. Okay, so we have the Chariot. Here we go. So here we're back to that nurturing and that urgency. I mean, that you just got that card basically. It was the Auriga. So if you can see, you've got this twice now. See, it's not the same card though, because one's the Chariot and one's the Six of Pentacles, but you still see the Chariot in both. So there again is this urgency to get more. And maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe you feel like you just don't have enough saved, or maybe you owe, so there's this sense of urgency. But I would say that, you have to think about slowly changing the situation. Don't always feel like, oh my gosh, I have to pay all this back, or I'm in debt and I need money, because that causes a sort of desperation, and it causes a desperation in you. So what you really want to do, instead of feeling that desperation, is to forgive yourself, to basically nurture yourself. Always remember that you have a lot of value, whether or not you owe somebody or whatever. So don't feel that urgency. Make sure you always take care of yourself. Don't stress yourself out too much by trying to get things. Just take it easy, take it slow, and things are going to come your way, okay? So that's a big message for you, Taurus. It's really came out of the cards. And let's see what this is. This is the clarification card, which is the 6th chakra, which is the Archangel Metatron. So you really want to work on your third eye right now. It's blocked. I can see that. I can feel that. And this is getting in touch with your spirituality. I want you to meditate on this. I want you to go back to the chakra videos that I did and really open up that third eye. And be careful when you open the third eye, though. Make sure that that sacral chakra that I was telling you about earlier is cleansed, because you want to, when you open your third eye, make sure that you have the best, you make sure all of your chakras are balanced, because when you open your third eye, sometimes what will happen is if you have negative energy coming from a particular chakra, it's going to come out, or it's going to manifest in the wrong way through your third eye. So I want you to open it, but I want you to really get in there and balance the rest of those chakras before you do it, okay? And that is going to help you manifest more money. You'll be surprised how well that'll start to work. And now, so is there an expense that you should eliminate? That's what we want to talk about next. And this is always a fun card to figure this out. Like what, because it kind of tells me a little bit about what you've been spending your money on, and I'm kind of nosy, so let's see what's going on. Okay, so you've been spending your money on traveling. And maybe not recently, but maybe in the past, if you do have credit card bills, or you kind of was overspent or whatever. It might have been on big vacations. It was, or even just adventures, something that you were doing. Maybe it was Disney World, who knows? But you had spent some money that maybe at the time you really didn't have. So this card is sort of cautioning you to make sure that before you go on any other, glamorous trips or luxurious trips, that you do go ahead and balance your money back out before you do that. And let's just get a clarification card. Oh, okay. So now we have the root chakra, which is the first chakra in the Archangel Michael. Okay, so this is also telling me in terms of, what money should you eliminate. It would be, with this card too, like, I don't know if it's that traveling, like, it's hard to say these two cards together, because I don't know if traveling makes you feel more rooted, or it makes you feel like, oh, I get it. Now I feel the energy that's going on. Okay, so this has to do with life itself, with not running out of time. So you want to get as much in and much packed into your life as you can, because you sort of see money as a way to enjoy your life while you have it. And some other people are like misers, and they want to hang on to their money, and then they don't have a really adventurous life. So you like to, that's where you're rooted, is by having this adventurous life. So that's okay. Like, I can see where you would need to have all these different experiences to make yourself feel alive, because that's the energy. That is a fun energy. I like it. But just make sure that you balance your money out before you go on any more adventures. Okay, so next, what do we have? Let's see. So what is your next realistic financial goal? Okay, so let's see what your next financial goal is. Okay, so realistically, I'm getting winter, okay? Meaning that your savings, or your getting out of debt, or whatever it is that you're going through, your goal is to have it done by the winter time. And that's going to be in December. So you still have, some months to go. but that's when your money is really going to balance out. So that's your realistic goal, is to make a plan, and make a plan on June 2nd, because like I was saying earlier with Pallas, which is an asteroid that's going through Capricorn, it's going to be going retrograde, but that is going to help you, where as before your energy was diffused and scattered. It's going to really target a strategy and then put that strategy into place on June 2nd, and then make sure that you stick to it all the way through the winter, and then your money is going to balance out. And then you're probably going to be able to go on another trip, but just don't overspend. Okay, let's get this clarification. Oh, wow. Again, we have the fourth chakra, the Archangel Raphael. So this reading here is telling me there's a lot of chakras that are definitely needing to be healed for you. I feel as though you haven't focused on that in a long time. So please go back to those videos that I just did this month and focus also on your heart chakra. And I think that has a lot to do with maybe your most recent move. Like perhaps there was some heartbreak, because I'm feeling that a little bit. And then with this winter card together, that's also like looking back on some heartbreak. So, but I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing you got away and you were able to heal, because I feel like that's what's going on, is you're in a healing phase. So this is open right now, this heart chakra, but it needs to be balanced, and it needs to, it's active, but it needs to be balanced. So take a look at that, because I feel like you're in a healing phase. That's what I feel. Okay, and then also, what will help you reach your goal for that, to get through and to use that strategy and to balance your money out by the end of winter? So let's see what will help. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords, which is the Sigris card, Six of Swords. So this is telling me that this is a smooth sailing card. When you see the swan, things are smooth. So this is telling me that you need to manifest a calm space. You need to be calm, take things slowly. Don't feel such an urgency to make money. Just make that plan and just ride it as smooth as possible. Don't get frustrated with the plan. Just stay calm and things are going to work out. Let's get that clarification card. Yep. Door to personal healing and happiness. So stay calm, do the relaxation techniques, activate those chakras. Once you put that plan into place, really just take it easy. Okay. Now, this is your last card, and it is, what is the best thing you can spend your money on? So this is the fun part, right? All right, so let's see what you can spend your money on. Oh, your health. Okay, so because you got the Serpents, and it's the Four of Cups. So there's this Scorpio energy in there too, and this Pluto energy. So, okay, so this has to do, again, with your, well, I say spiritual, but it's emotional for this particular card. It's emotional healing. So you want to spend your money on whatever makes you feel good. And so if that is a workout, outfit or something that makes you feel emotionally good, or if it's a new piece of workout equipment, or if it's a massage that makes you feel emotionally well, or if it's what else could make you feel like new products, bath products, something that smells good, candles. If gems or whatever make you feel emotionally well, surround yourself with them. If bracelets like these make you feel emotionally well, whatever, that's what it's saying is a good idea for you to spend your money on. And let's just get that last clarification card. And it says cornucopia. So this is an abundance card, meaning that if you do everything I just told you in this video, you're going to have abundance.